pilots, and it was really cool, you know, with the fighter pilots. I always thought that they were great, but the guys that got me were the kids that were 17, 18, 19, you know, out there working, you know, especially on aircraft carriers. These guys are out there working, you know, 18 hours a day, and they're kids. I mean, they're literally kids, and they're doing really hard, dangerous work. And I always thought that they were guys that were that really were kind of like the backbone that we don't hear about.
As an Army brat, my father served in both Korea and Vietnam, and for me, the heroes are the families who stay behind and hold it down while they're away on duty.
My heroes are anybody who works to save animals. Whether you're radical and you break into labs and set the animals free. They're my heroes.
Don't say it. It's too embarrassing. But thank you anyway. You know, I don't know. I've never even thought about who my heroes are. Let me think about it. How interesting is this? No, I tell you what. The only first-hand experience where I've come face-to-face with heroes, when we were doing the series, at some point in time, we were all invited to Washington, D.C. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of Alan Shepard's first space flight.
I didn't go because I had a convention that weekend, and I went to see my fans.
You chose poorly.
The rest of us went, fortunately, and we met all of the Mercury astronauts that weekend. We were at the Vice President's house. It was, at the time, Dan Quayle. I don't know if you remember him.
They couldn't spell potato.
It was great. There were all sorts of like safety bumpers all over everything.
We were all there. All of the Mercury astronauts and some of the Apollo astronauts, some of the Gemini astronauts were there. But Alan Shepard and John Glenn and Wally Schirra, all of the astronauts were there, and they lined up to get our autographs. And it was just insane. There we were, pretend heroes, in the midst of serious heroes who got into capsules and were catapulted into space. It was an awesome experience to be in contact with those guys.
Invited us to an event. Where was it? Sorry, Globe. It's just off the point, but you'll be next. This is how we treated him for, you know, for 5 years. Sorry. Anyway, remember when you took us to that?
I'm gonna leave when there's 20% of the panel left.
Okay. Remember when you took us to that event? Was it in Cape Canaveral? And we met all the charity event.
The Astronaut Scholarship Foundation.
The Astronaut Scholarship Foundation, and my husband really wanted to go because he's, you know, he's an Air Force brat, and so he was like really into space and all that stuff. And he was like, "Let me come, let me come." And I'm like, "No, you can't come. I'm working. I'm going to worry about you, sit and wonder what you're doing all day." So anyway, he didn't come. And when I went home with a picture of me with Neil Armstrong, yeah. Let's just say, because I said to him, there won't be anybody important there. There'll just be like minor shuttle astronauts. And they were all there, the big guys. And he still hasn't forgiven me, actually, still to this day.
I'm pretty sure that the minorest shuttle astronaut is still a pretty big deal.
Right? They're not Neil Armstrong. They're floating around down there.
I'm pretty sure they're still kind of a big deal.
A little bit higher than the aeroplanes, right? Just go around and fix things.
Oh, man.
teachers. I have been more inspired by teachers than any other general group of people in my entire life.
Thanks a lot.
I'm a writer because of my teachers. I'm a good actor because of my drama teachers. And I'm a good parent because I was taught by my parents and the people that were around us when I was growing up. But I look out every single day, and I have friends who are teachers, and I watch just the entirety of the United States government aligned against education for no good reason. And
Kids can't vote. That's the reason.
And it drives me crazy, and I think teachers are really important, and I think education is the most important thing that you can do with your life. The more you know, the more you can do with yourself. And that is a value that was instilled in me by a teacher. So, teachers are the best.